I like that Bernie's calling him out on the corporate interests paying his salary.
Yeah,
That's
he
awesome.
should. Chuck Todd's being a fucking dick to him
He
right
is
now.
being a dick, absolutely.
Chuck Todd, hashtag Raging Bottom 69. But here's the thing. It's Sanders, as much as you guys are angry at Chuck Todd, Sanders, it's the best performance I've ever seen from him. I'm an undecided voter, and I'm feeling the burn.
He's doing a great job.
He's on point. He understands the most important issue in the world is climate change.
Well, with that said, yes, I love that you brought that up. And with that said, I now feel a little better about the fact that this is now the second Democratic town hall in a row. Because, yeah, there are people out there who are still undecided. Obviously, the majority of people that are usually on these panels on TYT have already decided, so it's good to hear that. I love that they had a lengthy discussion about climate change. I love how we talked about those who are employed by, these traditional energy companies will have a job if we start investing in renewable energy. I mean, you start investing in new companies that focus on renewable energy, those companies need jobs, right?
Yeah.
Or will create jobs, and we need people to fill those jobs.
Yeah.
So I love that, and I think that he made a lot of good points, including going after those trade deals that he refused to vote for. He was strong on that. He didn't let Chuck Todd make him seem like he was crazy for not voting for those trade deals.
I think, so he repeated the Hillary Clinton thing, if you're a one-issue voter. Like, if you're a one-issue candidate, if your one issue was what I want a 3-day weekend, I think that we should be fighting for that as a country. If that was the only thing you talked about, okay, a little bit silly.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like telling you about like that we need toilet paper and you say the house is on fire. Oh, I say we should get new paint. You say the house is on fire. Why are you always going on about the fact that our house is on fire? Because it's fucking on fire.
Yeah.
It should be the one issue you tie everything back to.
And
he's like, oh, you care so much about the fact that all our politicians are bought when we're talking about politics.
And also,
it comes off as ridiculous.
It's not only ridiculous, it's disingenuous because these moderators and Hillary Clinton both know that the reality is that this one issue impacts every other issue in our political system. They're very aware of that, but they're trying to frame him as if he's someone who doesn't really know about what's going on. He only cares about this one tiny little issue. No, he cares about the biggest issue that's impacting American politics today.
Yeah.
So you're right, Wes. I think he's doing a good job. The only thing is, look, a lot of these Democratic events, whether it's a debate or a town hall, are very wonky. They get into the nitty-gritty of policies, and for someone who's not a hardcore political junkie, I think you watch it and you get a little bored. Like, I'm trying to think of it from the perspective of the average American who doesn't do what we do for work.
But a lot of people are tuning in thinking, oh, all I've heard about Bernie is that he's some crazy communist. And then you hear him talking, you're like, it seems like he's watching out for me, and people like me. Yeah. And I like the way that he pitched climate change, the way he was framing it. I would have gone way farther. I mean, look, our country loves to be scared of shit. They love to be scared of terrorist groups and all that. Like, that is just going to be so much worse when these countries are falling apart because there's no water for people. The amount of civil war.
The United States, because there's no water for people. Because what a lot of the press doesn't report is the Ogallala Aquifer that runs underneath the Midwest and that we used to grow a lot of our crops runs out of water in 2023. That's not that far away.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's
we've got
that's
energy
the
drinks and stuff though.
We've got some great lakes we could drain, right?
Yeah. Sorry,
Anna. I mean, that's the incredible thing, and I think it points to another failure of the media where they keep regurgitating this propaganda about how Muslims pose an imminent threat to us. What really poses an imminent threat to us is climate change, whether it's extreme weather, whether it's, Miami that's probably going to be underwater in the next century. And I think I'm being generous when I give you that timeline. I think it's
God,
before
20
that.
years,
right.
I think.
I mean, it's a disaster. And so Americans are unaware of what the real issue is. And it's because the media and politicians frame it as though climate change is still up for debate. It's not up for debate. Don't be an idiot, please.
Douchebags back.